host, Leslie Pritchett, and I'm so glad you could join us here on the Fab Five today on PC60. On today's show, you'll hear all about spring break, which is coming up in just 2 weeks. You'll also hear interviews with Piedmont students, campus news and sports, and much more. So sit back, relax, and look forward to spring break with us here on the Fab Five. For PC60, I'm Leslie Pritchett. Now it's time for your news with Pearl Oppenheimer.
Thank you, Leslie. Coming to the chapel Tuesday, February 28th, will be the Seraph Brass Concert. The rather unorthodox group is a quintet consisting of America's top female brass players. Seraph Brass will perform at 7:30. CAB has some great events coming up in March. If you missed CAB's Christmas karaoke last semester, don't worry, it's coming back March 1st. The karaoke night will take place in Jenkins Auditorium at 7 p.m. Also, the annual Super Smash Bros. Tournament will take place Thursday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. Bring your gaming skills to the second floor of the Student Commons and try to take down the reigning champion, Student River Hodges. That's all for the news today. Reporting for PC60, I'm Pearl Oppenheimer.
Hey Shannon, didn't think I'd see you here tonight.
Hey Andre. I didn't think I'd see you here either. Aren't you a little young?
Yeah, but I got a fake ID, check it.
Your name's Muhammad Lee.
I didn't say it was a good fake ID.
Did you know that bartenders can confiscate this, give it to the police, and even in some states, it's a felony?
Oh, well, I guess I'm going back home then.
Bye, Andre.
Bye. Hey everyone, Andre here, and joining me in the studio today is health and wellness major, Natalie Munoz. How you doing, Nat?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. So today's show is all about spring break. So tell me, where are you going this year for spring break?
Well, this year I'm actually going back home, which is Miami, Florida.
Usually for spring break, people travel. So have you traveled anywhere else for other spring breaks?
I have. I actually went to Disney this one time. It was actually like the weekend. We went to the parks. It was Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. And it was actually pretty fun and very interesting. I liked it a lot. And I also went to Bahamas, which it was kind of similar to Miami because it's like the Caribbean style. So
Yeah. So this year, our spring break is a week later than other spring breaks. How do you like the fact that Piedmont actually moved the date this year?
I actually liked it a lot because compared to last year, when I had my spring break, my friends were at home and I wanted to see them, but they were at school, so therefore I couldn't really see them. But for this year, since we have the same break at the same time, I actually get to see them more, so I'm actually pretty happy about that.
So what are some spring break essentials? Like, what do you have to do every year for spring break?
Every year, I always go to the beach because I actually tan a lot, and every time I come back here, I'm always pale, so beaches for sure. I like to eat Hispanic food because I don't really have home-cooked food here, so that's another thing. And I get to be with my family as well because I don't really see them as much as well.
Yeah, same here. That was sophomore health and wellness major Natalie Munoz. Reporting for PC60, I'm Andre Alonzo.
Hey everybody, this is Tommy Hill with your opinionated piece for today's show. This episode, I'd like to talk about spring break. Now, we're all adults here, even if some of us don't act like it, and we all know that spring break is a time to party and let loose. But with great partying comes great responsibility, and I'm here to give you a couple tips to make your spring break epic. For starters, make sure you have a good DD. And for those of you that don't know what that is, I advise you to go look it up. Drinking and driving is never a good idea, which is why your DD handles everything from driving to making sure everybody's okay. My next tip is to make sure you don't drink out of an open container. Like I always tell people, if you leave it, you didn't need it. Another tip is to make sure you don't wander off with strangers. When people get drunk, they also get friendly. Make that too friendly and can end up getting separated from the group. Always be aware of your surroundings and of the people around you. Last but not least, be smart. We know you're going to drink, but make sure you do it responsibly. That's all I have to say about that. Reporting for PC60, I'm Tommy Hill.
Woo! What's up, man?
Hey, it looks like you've been doing a little bit of drinking today.
Maybe one drink, maybe two.
I see. So where's your DD?
You're looking at him.
What? You're not partying with someone?
Dude, I am the party.
Dude, if you drink and drive, you're putting not only your life in danger, but someone else's.
Whoa. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm driving and drinking.
Come here.
Pearl here from the Fab Five. As you guys know, today's episode is all about spring break. So I have my very good friend, Jacob Passmore, here in the studio today. How are you doing today, Jacob?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Well, I'm good. I brought Jacob in because he is a fashion expert, if I do say so myself. I've known him since freshman year, and I gotta say, everything always matches with Jacob, doesn't it?
Yep, right down to the underwear.
So today we've brought in a couple of pictures that I'm going to show Jacob to see if he thinks it's the hottest trend for spring break. So if you could go ahead and pull up picture 1. Okay, Jacob, what do you think about this outfit?
See, I think this one's a little overdone. You know, we've seen this for the past 15, 20 years now with the nice ratty tank top with the short chubbies and the kind of the over the top yellow bag, and Mendels are just they're too much done. This look isn't very efficient for the all around spring break look. Like this really should only be pulled off to the beach, but if you want to go anywhere else like hiking or anything like that, going through the city, it's just not practical.
All right, so Jacob, what do you think is the right look for spring break?
Well, if you go ahead and pull up number 2, I'll show you the perfect picture for spring break. This. The most practical thing that you could wear. It's form-fitting, it shows rebellion, it's a nice look that everyone can pull off. Really, all you need is it's one simple throw-over and a mask. You could use it in any professional setting. You could use it anywhere, and it's rather cheap, too.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Jacob, for being here, being our fashion expert.
Of course, it was my pleasure.
That's all for this segment, but you should stay tuned. In just a few minutes, we're going to have the sports segment with Andre Alonso. Reporting for PC60, I'm Pearl Oppenheimer.
I'm your host, Leslie Pritchett, and you're watching the Fab Five here on PC60. You can catch the Fab Five after spring break on March 15th on Z98.7 FM, the student-run radio station here at Piedmont College, to hear what's happening around campus and also the latest in pop culture. You'll also be updated on Piedmont's news and sports, along with interviews and local weather, all starting at 2:30. You don't want to miss it. For PC60, I'm Leslie Pritchett. Now over to Andre Alonso with your campus sports update.
Thanks, Leslie. Men's basketball lost to Covenant 91-64 at Covenant the other day. Not the way they wanted to end the regular season, but with that, the seeding for conference tournament has been announced. As you can see on screen, Piedmont ended in 6th place with an 8-6 record. All tournament games will be played at Averett University, and Piedmont will kick it off Thursday, February 23rd at 1:00 p.m. against Maryville. Now moving on over to the baseball field, the baseball team had a great comeback in late innings against Millsaps College this past Sunday. Thanks to 6 runs in the last 2 innings, the Lions came back after trailing 8-3 to win 9-8. Brady Ballstat started off with a double and was scored in by a sacrifice fly hit by Andrew Burton. Their next game will be February 24th at Maryville College at 7 p.m. Now bringing it back home, Piedmont softball went undefeated at the Piedmont Classic with 2 wins on Sunday. The Lady Lions beat Emory and Henry 1-0 and Millsaps College 2-1. Sophomore Melissa Ekman shut out Emory and Henry in the first game, and Josie Coker hit a walk-off sacrifice fly to center field to drive in Allison Gentry from second. The Lady Lions had 2 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 7th inning to come back in Game 2 after entering the 7th down 1-0. The Lady Lions will head to the Grand Slam tournament in Raleigh, North Carolina on February 25th. Well, that's all I have for you today. Reporting for PC60, I'm Andre Alonso.
We're out of time here on the Fab Five, but thanks for joining us for a show all about spring break, coming up in just a couple of weeks. This semester has gone by super fast already, and I wish I could just skip to summer. Tune in to our radio show on March 15th, hosted by Andre Alonso, with a show all about movies. Then our TV show the next week, hosted by Tommy Hill, also about movies. Remember, study hard for those midterms and then enjoy the week-long break that we're so desperately looking forward to. Whatever you do during your break, remember to be safe and don't get too rambunctious. Have a fabulous day, Lions. For PC60, I'm Leslie Pritchett.